What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and I am here today, you guys, with a brand new review for the Real Housewives of Potomac, season number 10, episode number 11. The episode is titled Lease is Up, Giddy Up. Now, before we go ahead and get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you're not subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me out on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and also by turning on your post notifications, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us go ahead and get into this ridiculous episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac, shall we? All right, you guys. So Andy asked for the questions for the reunion. So it's coming soon, thank God, because I cannot take one more episode. Well, I know we got more episodes to go, but I am over Potomac at this point. But you guys tell me, did you guys watch last night's episode? What did you think about it? Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? Tell me your thoughts. Tell me you're good, you're bad, you're ugly, and we will get into it. And what up, CC? How are you doing this afternoon? So, Potomac. The biggest thing that I have a question on is why is Ashley Darby still around? This woman is insufferable. I am so sick of Ashley. This episode, if no episode before this one showed me what I already knew about Ashley Darby's trash ass, is that she has no storyline and she's just grasping at straws. Bravo. Do us a favor next season. If you get rid of Kay and if you get rid of Angel, get rid of Ashley while you're at it. Make Ashley be the first person y'all get rid of, for me personally. Even though I won't be reviewing next season, but please get rid of Ashley. Please get rid of Ashley Darby. It is something about that woman that drives me crazy. Like, Please get rid of Ashley. Ashley for real should have gone out with the trash. She really should. So, what up, Sweet Pea? How you doing this afternoon? Let me start up this. I guess we'll start the episode up with Tia, since that's really where we started the episode. This episode, in my personal opinion, it kind of gave filler because nothing really happened. So, Tia is getting ready for a polo event. So she's invited her family, her brother is there, and they're going to a polo match. I would like to go to a polo match, and I'm pretty sure there probably are some here in Dallas, but I would love to go to a polo match. Ashley is a flop with no storyline, absolutely. So everyone is going to be going to the polo match with the exception of Stacy, because people notice, like, hey, Stacy's not here. So Tio's like, yeah, Stacy kicked me out of her event, so I'm not going to her event. And I was like, cool. I don't even have a problem with that, right? So Jazzy was like, I'm having a hard time reconciling that Stacy is the liar that you guys claim she is, right? And I was like, Stacy is a liar, right? But I'm not gonna beat Stacy up because it's not like Stacy has lied on the women. She's lied about herself, which a lie is a lie is a lie, right? Let's just keep it a buck with each other. Wendy said Ashley was gonna meet her new husband. I hope she did, so that way she can get the hell off my television screen. That's the one thing I hope for, right? So Ashley was like, well, babe, that's the one thing that gets on my nerves with that big head heifer, is the fact that she always says, babe, babe, babe. It's just so insincere. Like, everything with Ashley is so insincere. So Ashley wants to sit here and tell Jazzy, well, did you know that Stacy wasn't going to come to your wedding until she found out that Wendy and I were coming? I think Stacy always said that she was going to go to the wedding, but she had stuff with her cannabis line that she had to deal with as well. Ashley, worry about yourself and how you gonna pay for your house, pay for Sheila's house, pay for Sheila's raggedy wigs, pay for Sheila's medical care. Worry about all that shit and less about Stacy and Jazzy. So, and I just don't know why she feels the need to chime in. So then they get to this polo match, And when they got there, it was nothing but a bunch of Caucasian people there. But I mean, what can you expect from a polo match? I don't know too many black people that go to polo matches. Just saying. So this was so weird to me. We found out that the ladies are going to be singing the national anthem. I was like, huh? Say what now? So Giselle was like, since there was a bunch of white people there, let's sing the black national anthem. I said, oh, even worse. Okay, let's keep going. So Stacy was like, well, not Stacy, but Tia in her interview was like, we know that Angel is a classically trained singer. I said, did we know that? Because I didn't know that before now. And then she was like, and Ashley's a singer. I said, you was a goddamn lie. Ashley ain't no fucking singer. And then they showed the flashback clip where she was telling them about it. And Ashley's like, well, babe, you didn't ask me to sing, girl, because we don't want to hear you singing ever again in life. You should get every cease and desist from whoever composes any song, every song. Because last week, I saw a video of her singing The Boy Is Mine. I said, girl, if you don't get the fuck off my internet, off Beyonce's internet with this bullshit, what up, Cajun? Like, Ashley, don't nobody want to hear you fucking singing. Ever. Like, they should ban her from singing. Like, if she even utters a note, she should either get arrested, a fine, or get a swift kick in her ass. So they start singing. Right? And I was like, oh my God, this is horrible. So they see the polo match, and then they go stomp the divots. And I was actually with Wendy. Girl, I'm not going to stomp no divots in no feet, in no grass where the horses have shit. Absolutely not. And then they had on white. Girl, fuck that. What if somebody slipped and fell in some shit? No, thank you. So, Ashley, once again, you and your forehead are so draining and insufferable. Like, you get on my fucking nerves. So, I know that's part of polo, but I wouldn't be doing it. I'm fine with stomping a divot, but I'm not stomping no divot near no damn horse shit. So Jazzy and Ashley have a conversation, right? And Jazzy is just talking to her about Stacy. At this point, I realized Ashley is just trying to drive a wedge between Jazzy and Stacy. Because, girl, what they got to do with you? Like, what does any of that have to do with you? Oh, that's right. You have no storyline. So you're grasping at straws at this point, right? So then they sit down and they have a conversation with each other. And once again, Forehead is sitting here saying, well, I think, there's been a lot of division within the group. Well, there's been a lot of division, strife, whatever the hell she said, right? But she felt like they're getting on a good path. I said, are you really? Because y'all still come for Stacy. So how are y'all on a good path when y'all still trying to ice out one person? Not even ice out one person, just jump on one person. Like, girl, shut the fuck up. So then she's like, but Angel, babe. And again, when that girl says babe to anybody, I would tell her, I'm not your babe, because that is just, it's just, Ashley Darby is so disingenuous. Oh, God, the girl is so, there is nothing genuine about Ashley. She gets on my nerves. The girl gets on my nerves. This group is childish and annoying. She annoys me. So she says to Angel, babe, you were telling us that you don't really feel like we really include you, right? But she's like, but this would have been a good point for you to take. This would have been a good time for you to mix and mingle with everyone. Oh, Ashley. If you don't go to hell, you and your forehead can go straight to hell. Do I feel that Angel doesn't really try to get to know the girls? Not really. But I wouldn't want to get to know y'all either. Because y'all are mean-spirited heifers. Like Giselle called her a catfish. Ashley, you started that. You're part of the problem with that catfish as well. Wendy laughed at her. She shouldn't have. If anybody should have an issue with Angel, it would be Stacy, because you came in going in on Stacy, and Stacy hadn't done anything to you. Like, and that's my thing with you. You talk. I know Angel made a post last night after the episode. I don't give a fuck because Angel, what you did to Stacy, they're doing it to you. But what you thought was kind of like what I think happens with Kiarna. Kiarna, I think you and Kiarna feel like as long as you guys are on the in crowd with Giselle and Ashley, that y'all are good, and that they won't talk shit about y'all, but they show y'all better than they can tell y'all. So there's that, Angel. Angel wants to be invited. I agree. Keep yanking Angel's wig. Like, that's my problem with you, Angel. And then that post that you made last night, you talking about that they said things in the interview about you, but you the thing about you, Angel, is you saying slick shit in the interview instead of saying it to their face. You know what I'm saying? I would have a lot more respect for Angel if the things that she said in her interview about Ashley and the shade that she gave towards Giselle and Wendy later in the episode, if you said it in their faces, I'd be here for the shade. But you just like them. So whatever, Angel. Speaking of Angel, let's go ahead and get into Angel because Angel, I'm gonna have to be honest with you, babe. And I'm not saying it's like Ashley, but I'm just saying, girl, I'm looking at you sideways because it's looking like a lie when it comes to you, Angel. So 18 hours later, after this polo event, right? We see Angel and Bobby at their home and they're packing up to go back to Colorado. And I was like, interesting. Now, what I am going to say is I'm very confused, but I'm going to tell you guys what I think happened. So Angel says that there was a miscommunication on the dates that they would be in the rental, right? So then we see Tia and Kiarna came over, right, to help them pack up. I don't know what they're helping them pack up because you literally said the house was already furnished and all you guys brought were your clothes. So what were you packing? Your clothes? Interesting. So Angel then says to Tia that the house was double booked. Huh? So let me say this real quick. And I'm not gonna beat up on Angel because I think I do like Angel, but I just have a lot of issues with Angel because you have smoke for people that you shouldn't have smoke for. The green eyed heifer and the heifer with the raggedy leaning wig, you should have issues with those two. Kiarna, Angel, and Ashley can go make Giselle a friend of. I don't think that they're gonna make Giselle a friend of at this particular moment. So here's my thing. When it comes to Angel, what do I think happened? Honestly, I think what happened to Angel is what most housewives do, right? Most housewives rent homes so that way people don't know where they really live, right? Um, what's her name? Meredith does it on Salt Lake City every season, right? Meredith rents. Jen was in a rental house, right? I don't know about the girls here in Dallas because I feel like all of them lived in there. Those were their real homes they lived in. Um, I mean, remember, Kenya lived in that hotel for a while, right? In Atlanta. So it's not something that they don't do, and especially if it's if they are coming from another city or state to that particular city, they may not have a house right away when they film, so they go find a rental house, and then they eventually find a home there. I think that's what happened with Angel. Angel and Bobby live in Colorado. That's where their home is primarily. They got cast she got cast for the Real Housewives of Potomac. So when she got cast for Potomac, she was like, okay, we got to find some. We don't have a home in Potomac. We don't have a home in Maryland. We don't have a home in Virginia, anywhere. We don't have a home in down there, right? So let's find a home that's close enough to where we make, where the girls live and close enough to filming, for filming purposes, right? And they probably booked the house for the time that they started filming until the end of filming. And then at the end of filming, she's probably going to go back to her home in Colorado and stay there until she, got her pickup letter for season 11 and do the whole thing over again. So I'm not upset with Angel. It's just that it's a lot of inconsistencies in what she was saying, right? So once Tia left, Giselle called Tia up on the phone, right, to invite her to this party that Wendy and Giselle are having. We'll talk about that in a minute as well. So now, Angel, not Angel, but Tia, your daughter, whew, your kids are something else. I ain't gonna call your kids bad, but your kids are an interesting bunch, especially your oldest daughter. So Tia told Giselle that Angel was moving out of her rental, and Giselle thinks like the same thing that I said, that Angel rented the house thinking that they would be filming and that they would be done filming by this point. And I think this is around the 4th of July. And from what I know of Potomac's filming schedule, because you guys remember, what was it, season 8? Candace and when Kiana and Deborah got into the fight with each other. That was in they filmed that in July. I think with Potomac films up until around my birthday. Because Candace, that fight at the nightclub, that was the day before my birthday. If I'm not mistaken, it was it was a Friday. And I think my birthday was either that Saturday or that Sunday. Actually, I think my birthday was that Sunday that year. So that was July. I think it was July 13th that fight happened. So they filmed up until the end of close to the end, the middle towards the end of July. And they in the first week of July. So I don't know why Angel thought that they would be finished filming, but hey, I agree with Giselle. Because it really do sound like she got this house for filming and thought that they would be done filming by that point. And so, the rental was up. But you guys will tell me what you think in the comments section, and we'll go ahead and move on to the next person, you guys. Child, let's go ahead and I feel like we should go to Pam Oliver, but I don't know if we should go to Pam or if we should go to, nope, we're going to go to Pam, and then we'll come back to Stacey because I got a lot to say about Stacey's scene, and it's not about Stacey. So, Pam Oliver, P.O. Pam Oliver. Let's talk about her. Oh, P.O. Pam. I'm sorry, girl. You should have said, well, no. You should call your production company. You should call somebody and tell them to stop airing scenes of you discussing anything involving the financials. Because I really cringe every time I see one of your scenes, P.O. Pam. Correct, you say Angel moved here for the show. Absolutely. That's what I think. That's exactly what I think happened. And it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to me personally. You guys may feel opposite of me, but I don't think it's that big of a deal what Giselle is trying to make it out to be. Like, y'all made a huge deal about Karen renting for years. I mean, let me get my words together. Y'all made a big deal of Karen renting for years. Did y'all not drive to Karen's house, leave a damn pizza box on her doorstep to see if she lived there? So y'all know people rent. So I don't know why but this goes back to you, Angel. You wanted to fit in so much. You and Kiana wanted to fit in so well with Giselle and Ashley. Y'all would spite other people, but not realize they would do it to you in a heartbeat if the roles were reversed. That's why. That's my whole grievance with this season with them. But hey, it is what it is. So it looked like Pam and Eddie Hennessy took Cam to a gymnastics class. So Pam was telling Eddie Hennessy, P.O. Pam Oliver was telling Eddie Hennessy about this event that she and Giselle are having to celebrate the 4th of July. Why? Why? Is the question that I'm going to ask. Y'all know I don't celebrate the 4th. Do I take it the day off, as a paid holiday? Absolutely. But do I celebrate that day? Absolutely the fuck not. And y'all know why I don't celebrate that day, because my people, our people, were still enslaved. They were not considered human. So why am I going to celebrate a day that my people were considered 1/3, not even, 1/3 of a person? They really weren't even considered human. So yeah, fuck the 4th of July, in my personal opinion. If you guys like this, the 4th of July celebrated, good, congratulations to you, but I don't. So they showed this flashback scene. Girl, these flashbacks, P.O. Pam Oliver, these flashback scenes are going to be a problem for you because you called Giselle up and you showed her Eddie's office. And Giselle said, Wendy must be making the money. I said, no, Wendy is not making the money. Allegedly. Allegedly. So then they start talking about these damn renovations. I said, ooh, sweet Jesus. Please stop. I just, oh, P.O. Pam Oliver, girl. Call production and ask them to cut any scene that mentions finances. But they can't, because that was your storyline this season, was you renovating that house. Girl, ain't that about a damn shame with that insurance fraud money, allegedly. So she then told Eddie Hennessy that she wants to call her dad up. Here's my thing. I ain't gonna tell you how to feel, but if I had a parent that was basically giving me their ass to kiss, I wouldn't. I tell them fuck off. I don't care that you are part of the reason that I'm here in this world. If you gave birth to me or if you contributed to me being here, I don't give a fuck. But that's what she wants to do, not what JB wants to do. So let's go ahead and move on to the next person. Let's talk about Stacy. Stacy's a better person than I can ever hope to be. Because there is no way on God's green earth would I have ever sat down with Kiarna Stewart. Never. If you ask me to sit down with Kiarna, I'm gonna call security. I'm gonna have a security guard beside me. I'm gonna have the National Guard beside me. I'm gonna have somebody I'm gonna have a trained person that can just pop her if she moves the wrong way. Like I'm gonna have somebody that can pop Kiarna with a tranquilizer, anything. Because I'll be like, I will pull a Karen. I fear for my safety when it comes to Kiarna. And the interesting thing about Kiarna is I was on Instagram last week. I don't know who she did an interview. I know she did an interview with Claudia Jordan and Erica Cobb. You guys may not know Erica Cobb, but I do. She was on this show called Daily Blast Live. So I know who Claudia's co-host is, right? So I don't know if it was with Claudia or Erica or if and I know she did it live with Angel, right? But I don't remember where this clip came from, where she was basically saying that Stacy uses microaggressions against her. No, ma'am. She is not using microaggressions against you. So take that lie and shove it somewhere else, Kiarna, because you are, in fact, aggressive. Like everything that you said to her has come out very aggressively. Like, Kiarna, shut up. So when Kiarna got there, Stacy asked Kiarna what would she like to eat, right? And so Stacy looked at something on the menu and she said it out loud. And Kiarna was like, I don't eat cheese. So then the waitress comes in and takes the order. Stacy still ordered the food. And she was like, I just told Stacy that I don't eat cheese or that I'm allergic to cheese. No, you told her you don't eat cheese. Not you're allergic to cheese. But either way it go, what the fuck they got to do with Stacy? So you mad that Stacy ordered something for herself that has cheese in it? Kiarna, you just want an issue with Stacy. So then Kiarna decides to tell Stacy that her issue with Stacy is that, at Ashley's Bloom party, she went up to Stacy and spoke to Stacy, and Stacy, kind of ignored her. And I was like, no, Kiarna, let's start at the beginning. When y'all were at Giselle's house, you came for Stacy. You came at Stacy sideways for no fucking reason. Like, Kiarna rewrites history. Like, you really do try to rewrite history, Kiarna, and it's just irritating to me. And that's why I don't see it for Kiarna. And I'm so glad that, now Stacy, you up there doing like Kiarna was using her fist at you. She really wasn't using her fist. She was using her hands in your face, and some people can't take that as an act of aggression, especially how loud she was. Kiara's just such a disappointment. So then Stacy called her out. She was like, you come for me, and then you went and told Monique, like, and she asked her, why did you go and tell Monique about Chris? And so Kiara in her interview is trying to pretend like she don't care about Stacy and Chris. And I'm like, but you do, because you and Ashley keep bringing it up. And then Bravo showed a picture of Stacy and Chris out with each other. What does that? Only thing it proves is Stacy and Chris went out to eat with each other. It don't prove that they had a relationship or that they dated or that they had sex or anything. It just proves that they went out. They went out to eat. Like two friends can't go. Which I'm not saying that they're friends, but she did say that she hung out with Chris. Now you can interpret however whatever hangout means to Stacy. You can interpret however you want to interpret it. Like my friends, I hang out with my friends. I don't go like I hang out with my friends. You can say we go out on friend dates with each other, but it's nothing romantic. Y'all just want to have an issue with Stacy for nothing. Like, get on my fucking nerves. I'm so ready for this season to wrap up. I'm really ready for this season to just go ahead and wrap the hell on up. So let's go ahead and wrap up the episode with Giselle. So the first thing with Giselle, it really kind of annoyed me because it annoyed me because it just you just see that these are mean girls at heart. And then Wendy, for you to be sitting here kikiing and cacaing with Ashley and Giselle, two people who kikied and cacaed about you. Did you forget about that stuff that they've done to you over the? You know what, Wendy? It seems like you want to be friends with these girls. You're friends with them. Cool. I ain't got nothing else to say. If Ashley backstabs you again, same for Giselle. If they do it to you, I won't say shit. I ain't got shit to say, right? But Giselle's having dinner with Ashley and Wendy, right? First of all, Ashley, you are so nasty and disgusting. Why did she have to mention her fucking period at dinner? Ugh. You ain't got no class or couth. Just a nasty individual. Like, I want my ladies to chime in on this one. If y'all go out to dinner with your girls, and I mean, because I know that women have periods, right? So I'm not saying it's nasty about that, but when you go out to dinner with your girlfriends and their time of the month is coming, do you announce it to your girlfriends like, "Oh, girl, my period has been coming pretty heavy"? Like, do y'all announce to your girlfriends that you have like your period is coming? Is that something that women do? Please let me know. Like y'all know my best friend is a woman, and like there have been times where she's mentioned her, but she is like, I got to go to the bathroom real quick, and she'll get her, she will wherever she has her, her tampon or her pads, she'll take it out and she'll be like, I'll be right back, and she'll go to, she'll go change it, do whatever she needs to do, right? But she ain't never just flat out said, "Oh, my period is coming." She ain't never just done that. Like, Ashley, you were disgusting. So they got a text message from Angel inviting them to Colorado. I was like, I knew that they went to Colorado, but is Colorado their final cast? What has got to be their final cast trip? Jesus. That is their final cast trip. Why? So Giselle then mentioned this party that she and Wendy are having, and Wendy says that they're going to be having it's going to be a potluck, right? So everybody is bringing something. She said Stacy is bringing a potato salad. I was like, ugh. We won't Stacy to bring. I like you, Stacy girl, but I don't know if I would want your potato salad. Just me being honest with each other, right? So then Giselle goes on to mention to them what Tia told her about Angel moving out of her rental property, right? Wendy, P.O. Pam Oliver, you ain't got much room to laugh and talk about Angel at this particular moment. Because you sit here saying that, you have a friend that's a realtor, and that friend told you that so listening to it, it sounds like what happened is Angel, according to P.O. Pam Oliver, that Angel reached out to a realtor, said that she needed a house that looked like it cost about $50,000 a month or something like that, but she was only willing to pay X amount of money a month. Okay. I mean, what we talking about? And they just sitting here laughing. Okay, whatever. Mean spirited heifers. So then we get to this weird ass party that they're having. Sharice is there. What the fuck is Sharice? Like Sharice is such. I know that I got people who like Sharice on my channel, right? But Sharice is such a sad sack individual. Girl, you would do anything to be on this show, even in a limited, and I mean limited capacity. You're that thirsty to be on television, and don't nobody come in the comments saying, "Well, Sharice is what Karen, is the grand dame." I don't give a flying fuck what she is. She's still desperate and pathetic. So Wendy brought some catfish. Not Wendy. Wendy brought some Popeye's chicken. I said Popeyes, but again, her renovation. So her kitchen ain't finished. Oh Jesus, these home renovations. Ashley brought some catfish. I was like, "That's catfish, baby." I wouldn't have ate it. That catfish looked like chicken to me, and it didn't look like cooked, very well cooked chicken, but it looked like chicken. I like, ain't no way in hell that's catfish. Tia brought jollof rice. I've never had it, so I don't know. So I would like to try it, but I've never had it, right? Jazzy brought macaroni and cheese. I was looking at the macaroni and cheese. I was like, I would pass on that too. Um, Stacy brought the potato salad. I was looking at the potato salad. I couldn't really decipher if it looked good or not because I couldn't. Because it honestly, if I'm being honest with you, it looked like Miracle Whip. Like it looked like creamy. Like whipped cream. It looked like that. So I don't know about that. I don't know if that's so. You guys can be if you guys, and I don't eat potato salad, by the way. So if you guys eat potato, my family does make potato salad. I just don't eat it because I'm not an egg person and all that. I'm not an egg person by no means. But if it looked good to y'all, tell me. Sweet pea, I absolutely agree with you. I don't want shit from Ashley's kitchen. Them boys stay walking on them counters, baby. I don't want shit from Ashley's house. I would pass. The only thing I probably would have ate was that Popeye's chicken because at least I know y'all didn't cook it. So again, I asked the question: why was Sharice at that party? Who asked for Sharice? Moving on. So the women start. I don't now. Kiana. I don't know what Kiana brought. Don't care what Kiana brought. Moving on. So Angel wasn't there, right? So Kiana called Angel up on the phone, and they were like, she was like, "How far are you away?" And Bobby basically said what I would say to them: "We'll get there when the fuck we get there." And so everybody's like, "Oh my god, why does Bobby? Why he got such an attitude?" Let me explain to you, Helfers, why that man has an attitude. Y'all have talked shit about his fucking wife. Y'all treat his wife like shit. Giselle and Ashley, y'all called his wife a catfish. She's also linked Wendy into that she was called a catfish, but y'all have not been the nicest to his wife. Like, do you expect him to be like, "Oh, hey, y'all, what's up?" Even though y'all treat his wife like crap. If he did, I would look at him sideways if I was Angel. Kind of like how Dr. Simone's would look at Cecil sideways, which we'll get to Married to Medicine tomorrow, you guys, because I got some things to say about Married to Medicine. What else? So they finally get there, right? Greg, what the fuck? Like, what does Greg be wearing, y'all? I've been trying to figure out what Greg be having on. That man looking at $2 million rings, so you know you can't afford that ring. But moving on from that, So Wendy decides to call out what the girls brought. And when Angel got there, Giselle whispers at Wendy, and Ashley brought the catfish. Ashley Darby brought the catfish? Yes, Ashley Darby brought the catfish. Now, Angel, here's my thing to you, beloved. That energy that you have for Ashley in your interview, translate that in person to that big head heifer. Translate that in person to her. And so when you get to the reunion, Angel, I hope that you say, Wendy, you know what, girl? The energy that I have for you this season, my bad, sis. My energy should have been focused on Ashley and Giselle and proceed to wear them heifers out. Angel, if you don't wear them out at the reunion, then you don't need to come back. You better get with you a good gay in DC, Maryland, Virginia, wherever. Get you a good gay that can write you some good rehearsed reads, practice them reads, and read them heifers down to the ground. That's what I need for you to do, Angel. Read Giselle and Ashley for filth at the reunion. Corey says, I'm not sure why Angel is on the show. I don't know why either. So then when Angel got there, well, she was already there because I already mentioned the fact that Wendy decided that she wants to talk about the fact that Ashley brought the catfish that I would have never ate. So once again, Ashley's old disingenuous ass, Angel babe. So Giselle was telling us that Tia told her that you have to move out of your home. Like, what's going on? Ashley, you don't give a fuck. Angel, also, babe, with you. You make no sense. Talking about y'all an NFL family and you used to moving. I'm pretty sure you are used to moving, but not like this. This is abrupt because of a contract. With the NFL, you can up and move because your husband gets traded to another team. That ain't what this is, Angel. So Wendy was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna beat around the bush. They said you was evicted. Then you got Sharice, old whack ass, over there laughing. I was like, Sharice, didn't you have to move out that house that you and your husband had season one, and you in a townhouse now? Sharice, get your oh God, y'all, I don't like Sharice. Angel, I hope you call out Sharice for laughing at you the way you called out Wendy. Call out Sharice. But you probably not gonna do that. But that's all I got, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. It, like I said, this episode didn't annoy me as much as the rest of them have, but this season needs to wrap up fast and in a hurry. That's all I know. Potomac needs to go ahead and wrap the hell up. But I'm gonna get off here, you guys. So, Married to Medicine, I have not watched the episode. I just saw a clip this morning of Simone screaming at them lazy ass boys of hers. So we'll discuss it tomorrow. And that's all I got. Oh, you guys, and Power. I recorded the Power review yesterday. I just have not been able to edit it. I haven't been able to edit the review. So Power will probably be up tomorrow with Married to Medicine. So that's all I got, you guys. I agree, great. This episode wasn't good. It was a filler. But I'm going to hop off of here and I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. So until then, you guys stay safe. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands. Be blessed. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, y'all.